Former Prime Minister Dr Mahathir Mohamad said today that it is time for Malaysia to look beyond foreign direct investments to develop the economy. Mahathir said Malaysia was among the first nations to industrialize through FDI, but it is struggling to attract these investments now, with other countries offering cheaper labor and better tax incentives. The Langkawi MP said the nation needed to go big into major industries and dominate the market, citing the boom glove makers experienced at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Today, Malaysia is the biggest supplier of gloves in the world, but we missed the opportunity to become the biggest producer of other rubber products in the world. We make tires for motor vehicles, but we supply only a small number. Beside tires, there are hundreds of rubber products which sell by the millions. We need to go into them in a big way. We also produce palm oil, but we largely export the oil raw. It is time that we add value to our palm oil export, he said in a blog post. Mahathir said the nation could still go big if it did not have the raw materials for a certain product, by importing the components or parts and exporting the finished products. The most important thing is to go big. The corporation must be locally owned or majority locally owned, he said, adding that another booming sector was electronics, with Malaysia having its own microchip producer in Silterra. If we go into big industries and dominate the market, much of the returns will accrue to Malaysia. We can still cater to foreign direct investments, but we will not be dependent on them for the growth of our industries and economy, he said. The Pejuang chairman pointed out that Japan, South Korea, and China had grown their economies without being heavily dependent on FDI, by going into industries monopolized by other developed countries.